to the Motocentric show. For this episode, we've come to my favourite place in the world. Actually, that's a lie. That's Salzburg in Austria. So, second favourite place in the world. I'm contractually obliged to say that. We have come to Moto Motorcycles here in Fakenham. We're just going to have a look around the shop, and we may have a surprise guest of a ACU Eastern champion. No guesses who that is. So let's go in because it's bloody cold out here. So here we go. As you've heard me say many times on the show, if you haven't been before, or even if you have, get over to Moto Motorcycles in Fakenham for great deals on gas and Kawasaki motorcycles, plus anything else you need to go riding or racing from all the iconic moto brands that you know and love. Matt is a former top 10 British schoolboy MX rider, a British Supermoto champion, and he once finished like 60th at the 2K beach race or something. He always goes on about that. I'm sure he'll tell you if you go down there. He opened a shop in 2013 and business has been going from strength to strength. For the past 4 years, Matt has been the sponsor of Luke Parker, who has won both the ACU Eastern MX and Enduro Championships in 2022 and 2023, becoming the first rider to ever accomplish the back-to-back double championship. Ooh, la-di-da. So here we go, he has turned up. It is the 2023 ACU Eastern Motocross and Enduro champion. Anything else I need to add on there?
No, I don't think so.
No, nothing else. Pretty useless apart from those two things. So, yeah, good. But, yeah, what a season. Pretty great.
Yeah, it was, it ended up pretty good. I suppose like some of the sort of highlights, I guess, of the season for me were the first event I did in the year. No, it wasn't. The first event I did was Santon Enduro, which went well. It was a good day. It was back in February, and then in I think was it later on in March or early April, the British Championship at Ling, and I was really like not sure whether to do it because I hadn't really practiced much. I hadn't done much motocross practice. I'd ridden turn tracks and I'd been doing like my training days and stuff, but I hadn't even had a gate drop. I hadn't practiced to start or anything, and I was really like, I'm now going to go into the British and it's a big day and I'm not sure I'm going to like enjoy it if I feel like I'm not fit enough and whatever. But I entered it because I just didn't want to miss out, and I got FOMO, and ended up being like a really good day. It was my best day at a British Championship event I'd ever had. So yeah, I ended up qualifying like really well, and I actually had a 10th place in the first race, and I was just like over the moon with it really. I was hanging in race 2, and my goggles got some mud inside them as well, which was a bit of a nightmare, but we got through it, and yeah, it was a really good day in the end. So yeah, that was probably a highlight. And then I would say, I guess a low point probably would have been hurt my knee at the evening race. So yeah, that was a bit of a blow, and that took a bit of a wind out of my sails, to be fair. And then you lose fitness so quickly.
I saw you do it. I saw you twist your knee and then slow up, and I was like, oh, that doesn't look good, and saw you pull off because I was right there, and went over to the first aid tent, and there's old Raymond. Oh, he's hurt his knee. Walking off.
He's a boy.
What's happened?
No, his knee.
What was your best round?
My best round was probably, and the most satisfying, I suppose. I had a couple good rounds at Ling, like obviously I had the British that was good, and earlier in the year I actually, before I hurt my knee, I had a round where I won all 3 races as well.
Yeah.
That was a centre round at Ling. That was a big like confidence booster for me, especially like on the 350 as well, because I was a bit worried at the start of the year, might be a bit underpowered, but I got 3 good starts and won all 3 races, so it was like, you know, the bike's not holding me back at all, you know. Obviously the 350 is really, really good for enduro, probably better for enduro really, but then for motocross I was worried. So yeah, that was cool. That was good to, you know, have a hat trick of wins, so that was a high point. And then again, so then I hurt my knee, and then I did it again. I won all 3 at Ling again this year, after hurting my knee, so that was like a real boost for me again, because I'd lost all my confidence, I'd lost fitness, and I'd lost like almost knowing I could win a little bit, I suppose. because I'd lost so much fitness, not being able to ride. I didn't ride for like 9 weeks because of my knee, and I just lost all my fitness. And then to then win again a couple times. I won twice at Ling. Sorry, when I just recently, that last round, I won the first 2, and then the last race I whole shot, but just cruised it in or whatever. So yeah, that was a nice clarification. Like, I know I can do it again, and that was the first time I lined up behind the gate after I hurt my knee, knowing that. Well, in my head I was like, I'm going to win today, and that was like Whereas before it was just like, just manage,
get through the days.
So that was another high point of the year, knowing that I could do it again. And then Muntjac Enduro was another really good day for me, and I won all the tests there, and we had some good.
Be a world champion.
Well, yeah, so. He was on a little bike, but he another good day for me, and that was another high point of the year, I suppose.
Nice.
On the bike, obviously I raced this in all the motocross and enduro. Yeah, it's done all the centre rounds, and obviously a couple of British rounds here and there. A few holes in the airbox just to open it up a little bit. I actually have a 125 filter cage on there, so that sucks a bit more air. FCP engine mounts, and then you've got the bolt here through here. In my opinion, it just sort of like gives the front end a bit more feel. We've got a K-Tech insert kit on the forks, Pro-Tech fork guards, so they're like a wraparound guard, so you end up with a load more protection for the forks. I haven't had a fork seal go yet, so this year, so obviously they do something. I literally have just put this pipe on, but I ran the stock pipe all year, and to be honest, they feel very similar. It was my fault, I damaged the stock one a little bit, so we ended up putting the Acro on. Ladder kit on the shock with a bit of a revalve. So this suspension I've used now for 2 years on the 450 and the 350, and got on really well with it. Done me fairly well. We've got a fan kit on here as well. You can go as fast as you like, but if your bike doesn't finish the race, then it's not worth even entering. So things I do, I always try and make sure my bike's going to get to the finish. It's like the most important thing in my opinion. A nice good sump guard, a plenary protection, super important in my opinion, especially covering that water pump. I always chuck a few cable ties on the spokes. Just sort of, if you do snap a spoke mid-race, they're going to snap at the nipple, and that's a cable tie will just hold them there so it doesn't damage anything else. Oregon O-ring chains and steel sprockets. They say you lose a tiny bit of like power, a little bit of horsepower, but again, I'd rather not snap a chain. Apart from that, like engine completely stock. I haven't even put a clutch in yet. I haven't even put clutch plates in. I keep checking them. I don't need to. So I've done all season on the same clutch plates. The only thing I do have, Steve at Multitech has done me a Vortex, and I can't fault that. It's a brilliant bit of kit. I've ran the same grips all year, and I put some fresh ones on the day before Ling at the last round in the centre. So these ODI grips, they last so well. That's about it really.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee, definitely.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Knee pads or knee braces?
Oh, controversial. So, I didn't wear braces for 5 years. I used to wear them, took them off, didn't have them on for 5 years, blew my knee out, got them back on.
Chinese or Indian?
I was Indian, but now we found a good Chinese, and we found it's all about what you order. So now I'm Chinese.
2-stroke or 4-stroke?
4. I mean, I love a 2-stroke. They're so much fun, but I grew up on 4-strokes. I was era of the 150.
Yeah.
So I was on a 4-stroke so early. So the way I ride and I'm a 4-stroke rider, so it's hard to go back. So yeah, 4-stroke.
350 or 450?
Oh, can I give you a 2-part answer?
Yeah, go on then.
It's tough for me because the 350 is so good, but I do find every now and then at motocross it does hold me back a tiny bit in certain areas.
Yeah.
Personally, for me, because I've been so used to riding a 450, I don't think you need a 450 everywhere. I just think they're so fast. A lot of the time you don't need them, but there's a couple of times where I thought 450 here would have been a bit nicer. So I think 350 for enduro, amazing. I think for motocross, I think a 450. There's a few tracks I don't think you need one.
Yeah.
But there's a couple of places where I think you probably do. But it's finding that happy medium. So yeah, that's a bit of I waffled a bit there.
Yeah.
Waffle! I am the waffler!
Winter or summer?
Summer.
Hard pack or sand?
Sand.
Carmichael or Stewart?
Carmichael.
Sausage roll or pasty?
Oh, it's got to be sausage roll. Yeah.
AMA or MXGP?
I'm going to go AMA.
Tear-offs or roll-offs?
Oh, tear-offs.
Beer or wine?
Beer.
Shower or bath?
Shower. Shower, definitely.
And the important one,
Go on.
motocross or enduro?
Oh, man. What, if I had to pick one?
Yeah, let's go with
and
that. You've had your 2-part answer.
And do
I
one.
I allowed you that on the 350, 450.
Yeah. If I had to do one, and then that's it, I would probably pick enduro.
Fair enough.
Because it's so diverse.
Yeah.
You can do so much. You're on the bike for so long. You can ride so many different things. You could ride extreme enduro. You could ride traditional enduro, like time special tests. You could do super enduro.
Yep.
You could do like a GNCC hair and hands. There's just so much to do in it. Enduro is so many disciplines within enduro. So I think if I had to choose one, I would choose that.
Just to keep it fresh.
But there's no buzz like getting the whole shot.
Yeah.
That is a feeling that.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
all the time.
You've had plenty of those.
Yeah.
Nobody starts.
Those B groups. Never knew what hit them.
There is no feeling like getting a whole shot. So
yeah,
that is a tough one. But I probably would pick enduro.
Fair enough. Well, there you go. You heard it here first, and maybe last. I don't know what that means.